The violation is U.S. Code. It's Title 8, Chapter 12, Subchapter 2, Part Roman numeral 9, Section 1373. You should all have a copy of it, which will be delivered to you probably tomorrow. I'm going to read it. Communication between government agencies and the Immigration and Naturalization Service. A, in general, notwithstanding any other provision of federal, state, or local law, a federal, state, or local government entity or official may not prohibit or in any way restrict any government entity or official from sending to or receiving from the Immigration and Naturalization Service information regarding the citizenship or immigration status, lawful or unlawful, of any individual. It says it right there. Right there. I don't know if you heard that. They cannot, no one can restrict our local police force from calling the Immigration Service if somebody is here unlawfully. B, additional authority of government entities. Notwithstanding any other provision of federal, state, or local law, no person or agency may prohibit or in any way restrict a federal, state, or local government entity, like the police department, from doing any of the following with respect to information regarding the immigration status, lawful or unlawful, of any individual. Number 1, sending such information to or requesting or receiving such information from the Immigration and Naturalization Service. Number 2, maintaining such information. Number 3, exchanging such information with any federal, state, or local government entity. C, obligation to respond to inquiries. The Immigration and Naturalization Service shall respond to an inquiry by a federal, state, or local government. That means they have to come and the police have to call them. And this is a violation, a serious violation of federal law that the TPD has just done. They've made themselves liable, in my opinion. You'll read this, take it seriously, because they are going to have lawsuits made against them. One other thing, Mexico this month has planned, it has 150 organizations coming that are pro-illegal, to plan the establishment of lobbying organizations they're setting up, run by the Mexican Congress in our country. Since when does another country set up, establish lobbying organizations in our country to tell us what we should be doing with illegal aliens? This needs to be stopped. This is just outrageous. Thank you.
Lee Ewing. I'm here to complain to the mayor and members of the city council about the children who went on strike. The children who are children of illegal aliens, and they are dictating and telling our police department how to run their policy. Our police department is catering to these children by changing the police policy. I find this to be outrageous. The other thing I find to be outrageous is the fact that the police department installed a video camera system for monitoring traffic people driving in town, speeders and stuff like that. And the videotape does not do anything with the Sonora license plates. All of the people who drive cars that have Mexican license plates, they don't get monitored by this system. Only the tax-paying citizens working in the community, we get monitored and we get targeted. I think this is an outrage. Thank you very much, Mayor and members of the City Council.
Everybody isn't safe. I want to know why that officer right there is not allowed to protect himself, why he's not allowed to protect me, my kids, my property. Why is it allowed? Who's saying that they shouldn't remove or report illegal aliens to Border Patrol so that they can be deported from the country? Why? Like the gentleman before us said. I started paying attention to Sonora, to out-of-state, out-of-country plates. And I wonder, is that guy got insurance? If he hits me, am I SOL? I know people who've been injured, and have been accidents and injured by Sonora, Mexico, Chihuahua, Mexican residents. And the person who hit me, the person who caused the accident, they don't care. They're not held liable. But if it were one of us, driving without insurance, driving without license, our car's impounded. We get fined. But they laugh it off. They laugh at us. They laugh at us because our hands are tied. Why? I pay my taxes. I am a law-abiding citizen of this country, but I'm afraid. I'm afraid because they're allowed to be here and they can just laugh at our laws. They do laugh. But I don't want anything to happen to him or anybody else in this room like happened to that officer in Phoenix. I've got members of my family in law enforcement. I want them to be safe. And I want everybody else in this room to be safe. I'm an American citizen, and I will do whatever I can for my fellow law-abiding citizens.
Sweeney, I want to thank all of you for following us up and standing up for what's going on in our municipal corporation. These are our directors, and they need to be informed about what is right and what is wrong in our community. And they've got plenty of ambition when it comes to their political parties, but they don't want to stand up and recognize the one criteria that we all stand on. That's a Declaration of Independence. We're no longer connected to the monarchy of England, and the Declaration simply says the one criteria for good government, it's not rocket science or anything else, it's one criteria. A just government will get its powers from the consent of the government. That's the way it is. And if you can't play by that simple criteria, the Declaration of Independence, you just resign your jobs as directors of municipal corporations. 80% of our citizen taxpayers want to be represented. They don't want to be manipulated. You keep calling these people for automatic day and night. Just represent us as citizen taxpayers. Don't tread on us. Don't use us for doormats. And don't expect people to be subject to people from a foreign country. And that's what's happening in our community. And day and night, this generation actually still is. We're just sick and tired of it. We recognize the responsibilities. I've been up here before, and remember to support our federal laws. That's what you're obligated to do anyway, whether you recognize it or not. If you need to be sued to recognize federal law, then you're being sued. And every day, Hines is being sued over this nonsense. And it's going to continue. You took down John Cronco's 200 political signs. You had no business doing that. You have no business preferred commercial speech to political speech, but yet you do these things to people. You don't want us informed, you want us manipulated. Under the guise that the Democratic Party runs this county and runs the city. That's wrong. Thank you.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. My name is Lance Altair. I live in the 7,000 block of East 18th Street here in Tucson, Arizona. Lived here all my life. Graduated of Saguaro High School. Also have 2 children right now in the TUSD school district. And I'm a concerned parent. I've witnessed what's going on here at Catalina High School. I have a child in high school right now. I have a child in elementary. And I'm worried about who they're sitting next to in school. It's not about race. It's about if they're broken laws. Why do my kids have to sit next to someone in their class that has broken a law? And then just find out our Tucson Police Department's not going to enforce that law. Last time I checked, Tucson Police Department, when they're sworn in on their oath, they've sworn to enforce the laws, not the laws of the city of Tucson, all laws. So I ask you please to reconsider this and address the Tucson Police Department in an orderly manner to have them start enforcing the law. If they're not equipped to enforce the law, they can then call the federal law enforcement agency, the Border Patrol, and have them enforce the law. They're trained to do it. I also recommend that we do as other cities have done and require our law enforcement officers here in Tucson to go through the 287G training so they can begin to identify illegal aliens. These are people who have broken the law, and that's the job of the Tucson Police Department, is to identify and deal with the people who have broken laws in our town. Please, for the sake of my children, reconsider.